It's finally here. The moment that you have been waiting for. American Metal Magazine interviews Apex! Hey, everybody, you got the dude here with American Metal Magazine. And, did I lose you guys already?
No, not not
It
yet.
froze up. Yeah, it froze up for a second. Let's try again. Hey, everybody. How about it? Hey, this is David Dude with American Metal Magazine. I got the band here, Apex, and just really super thrilled about having you guys on the
God.
show, man. Really excited about what's going on with you guys. I've been following you a little bit, listening in, really blown away. Hey, you guys were on the Bo Nasty's show last night, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great, man. Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
Super
So,
happy to be part of that, man.
yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's definitely making things happen for people. So, tell me
Sure.
a little bit about the band. First of all, let's introduce everybody, starting from camera left to the other side. Who do we have here?
So I'm Christian. I'm the drummer with Apex. Happy to be here,
Awesome.
guys.
The Moda.
I'm Joseph. I play the kazoo in the band.
Yeah, all right, man.
Whenever I don't
You
play
know,
the kazoo, I play the bass most of the time.
Mostly the kazoo, though.
Yeah,
it's like a
mostly the
kazoo. It's a big
kazoo.
kazoo,
Yeah, it's
man.
my favorite instrument.
You know,
Andy, I'm guitar player.
excellent.
And I'm Senga. I'm the vocalist.
Man,
What?
beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you guys are really great, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you guys been playing together, man? Like, what's the band's backstory?
Yes, we've been playing together for, I mean, technically for about what, 6 years at this point?
I think
7
we're
years?
coming up on six,
Yeah.
7, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
So since
Um,
about 2017 was the first iteration of the band, but then
8 years.
we were in search of a new vocalist about 3 years ago or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and so
then
yeah,
voila.
we
Here she
we
is.
are very grateful to be the current lineup that we are right now. It's the best iteration of the band.
Excellent, man. Excellent. So that's good, though. After about 3 years, things start to really happen. Things gel, and you really get comfortable with each other. Are you guys playing out a lot right now? Are you on tour? What's going on with play dates and stuff? Are you guys out?
We have some shows coming up here in the next couple months.
Yeah.
We've been mainly focused on recording the new album lately.
Yeah.
So since the
Excellent.
A
beginning,
lot of time in the studio,
yeah,
man.
we've only had a
Yeah.
handful of shows since the beginning of the year as a result. But
Right.
everything's kind of clicking on all cylinders for that. So
Yeah.
it's looking good.
That's what a lot of people are doing, man. Get in the studio. You got to have the product together so that when you get out on the road, you got something to show, man. And we're
That's
really
exactly
excited.
right.
How's the process going with the new song and the new album? Then is it released? Is it coming out? What's our time frame?
So we've released about two singles right now. We got a third one on the way. We're just waiting on like a little bit of promotion, a little bit of things on the front end to try to get that last single locked in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should be releasing that soon, and then the rest of the album should be
Close behind.
do what?
Close behind is a good way to
Close
put it.
behind. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Right on, right on.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good, man. That gives us something. You remember to notify us, man. American Metal Magazine, when that comes out, we'll definitely put an article out about the new release and help you get play at wherever we can. Bo
Yep.
Nasty's show. I know that he does a listening party for new releases, so I would definitely get with him on that, man.
We
because it's-
We've already been talking to him. We're gonna go down to Mutiny there in Ocala, June 3rd for this next
Yeah.
listening party. I think
Excellent.
like 8 to 10, a couple other bands
Right.
that we're friends with, Coraline's Collapse, as
Yeah.
well, be there,
I-
and
I
that'll be
just
for our
interviewed those
next.
guys, Caroline's
Please.
Collapse band. I can never get the name right, man. It's the country boy in me, man. I just can't do it, man. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. But those were great guys. And
Yeah.
so tell me,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
super
guys?
nice.
You're out of Central Florida, is that right?
Gainesville, man.
Gainesville. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So what's the scene like up there, man? Like, I've been hearing everywhere. Man, I talk to people from Australia where the scene's blowing up. What's it like up there for you guys? Do you guys have a local place that you go to?
It's pretty good. I've been playing locally there since 2008.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot, the landscape of music in general.
Yeah,
I
right.
know
It's maintained the whole time,
It
man.
has. There's been a lot of big names that have come out of that, considering such a small town compared to some of the larger cities in the United States.
Yeah. It's kind of
but-
a hidden gem too because it's very
Yeah.
walkable. There's
Yeah.
a lot of local venues. And so a lot
Mhm.
of like local DIY bands just crop up and do really, really well.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty good scene.
And it's definitely
That's
growing. Like at this
Yeah.
point, I think we got a couple of shows lined up in new places, right? Where
uh-huh.
I think new places are starting to spread out with some more
Yeah,
metal
right.
shows,
Yeah,
and
it's
definitely a growing scene over there.
it is a growing scene, man. That's what we've been talking about on AMM is how it's really getting more and more prevalent, man. You know, metal and rock is really coming back hard. And it's not just in Florida, man. It's all over the place, man. I got
Yeah.
people on the West Coast up to West Virginia, everywhere. And now Australia's got a band. But so tell me more about what were some of those influences. I just want to kind of work around the table with you guys and just
Oh
talk
man.
about where you guys come from, man. What got you here? What motivated you? What got you into doing this, man? Or was it just a band? Or so what were some of those motivations that you guys had?
Whew.
I got to be honest with you, man. Like I tell you what, my father was the one that kind of got me into music first off, and I started playing in some local bar bands,
Right.
early on, and in my
Did your dad
mid
play
teens
music?
and yeah, mid teens and late teens, playing with my father, and that was a good experience for me. And
That's
then
excellent.
finally finding my own niche within the community that surrounds me.
Right.
Being able to play bass in a band that really challenges me
Yeah.
was something that was really valuable.
What do you like about as a bass player, what you're doing now? I mean, the metal genre is just more powerful, right? I mean, do you
Oh
feel that
yeah,
way?
I mean, so I like the ability to be able to record. Like, so for me personally, my experience and my learning curve has been recording with the band and being a producer as well as a bass player. It's
Oh,
been a really great learning experience for me, and
right.
a lot of the technology that's there to be able to
Yes.
record and
Right.
produce on our own has been
Yes.
really a great learning opportunity, as well as just being able to take it at our own pace and be
Yes.
able to create at our within our own time frame. So
Yeah.
it's been really nice.
I think that's a big advantage, man. When you're producing on your own, that you can come back the next day and tweak and work on it.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
think that's if you've got the skills, if you know what you're doing, or if you have that talent to be able to do that, man, that's a big deal for the band. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
excellent. So let's go. What are some of the other influences in the band? Anybody else got something to add?
I mean, similar, right? Music's been in the family since birth, honestly. Like
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
dad, mom, sister, everybody in the family does something, sings or plays
Right.
guitar, piano. Sister was playing trumpet. So music's been
Real
pretty
central,
much in our
right?
lives since the
Yeah.
beginning. But it wasn't until kind of college years that I started getting into more of the metal scene.
Right. Discovered
And
that.
actually, it was this guy. We
Yeah.
back in the day we were working together.
You never
Over
know who you meet whenever
dude.
you start working with other musicians.
Like I still remember it was over a sushi buffet, just randomly. It might have been after work,
Yeah.
and I think you got a call, or you were like talking with your current band, Kings of Awesome, and I guess there was a need for a drummer, and you
Yep.
looked a little frustrated or whatever, just having some sushi. And he's like, "Oh man, we kind of need a. Do you want to play in a metal band?"
I was like, I knew this guy was a drummer, and I was like, man, like
Yep, yep.
from what he talks about, like his influences, like Tool and
Yeah.
Haken, I'm like, this guy must be an amazing drummer, and
Yeah.
lo and behold,
And so
the rest is history.
yeah, we started playing like 10 years ago in that one, and
Yeah,
then
yes,
kind of just
yes, it has
carried
been
on
that long ago.
the influence
Yeah.
and the inspiration over to Apex. So
That's
yeah, it's
beautiful,
been a
man.
fun journey, but music's been life.
Well, I think when the bass player and the drummer really are in sync and you're on that level, man, it really dictates
Yes.
a lot. Nothing to take away from anybody else, but you got to have that foundation. Don't you guys agree with that, man? It really helps,
Oh, for
right?
Totally,
sure.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
You got a pigeonhole rhythm section, you're set, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say it's a lot. When we're because I'm a performer too. I play. I'm in the band Witchkill, and I sing and I play lead guitar. But sometimes I get out there and go far away with the lead or whatever, and the rhythm section just keeps it keeps it there, and when I come back, all is forgiven, man. You know, so
Hell yeah.
that's what's important. You got to keep it up. So tell me a little bit about the guitar, man. What were your inspirations, man? What got you
Uh,
to?
so prior to moving to the States, all I used to listen to was classical music. And it wasn't until I walked into a media play back in the day and I put some headphones on and I heard Metallica for the first time ever. It's like, what
Yeah,
is this? And that basically led to me getting a Christmas gift of a guitar,
Hell yeah.
going into all of like the classic progressive rock things from like King Crimson, Pink Floyd, to some of the
yes,
virtuoso guitar players like Satriani and Bai and all that.
right.
And it wasn't until I took lessons with a teacher called Jeff Leidenheim, who's pretty popular in town. He used to do music for like ESPN and stuff back in the day. Um,
Right.
he, the last class I took with him, and he was like, Andy, I want you to go out and just find people to play with and join a band. And I
Yeah,
took that to
right.
heart. And I started my first band in 2008, and then 2017 or so hooked up with these guys, and it's been kind of serendipitous ever since. But
Nice.
yeah, more a lot of progressive stuff nowadays too.
Yeah,
Tesseract, Periphery, a little more modern music that we've been getting into lately. But those were
yeah.
those were the original influences back in the day.
Right.
Um,
So I mean, did I hear you right, Andy, that you were really kind of classically guitar trained? Is that what I picked up on, what you were saying there?
well, not necessarily guitar trained, but all I listened to was classical music
Oh,
before I
okay,
moved
right.
to the
I
States. I
got you.
was in
Sure.
Brussels, Belgium for a few years, and when we moved
Ah,
here, it was right around high school, and I started to listen to metal and get into all that, and realize
yeah,
that I
I
feel like the
got you now.
technicality, like the scalar structures of certain songs and
Right,
everything, kind of translates between the two. So
right.
it just it lended to me going down that path.
Yeah, well, I think that opens up a lot of avenues as a guitarist. And the reason I asked if you were classically trained to begin with, I was in band growing up, man, and I learned, classical music, playing the
Okay.
big bass, that big thing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
To
Hell
drag
yeah.
it on the bus with me every day, man. People like,
Nice.
oh, but that really does lay a good foundation, and it really helps, I think, to rise above some of the day-to-day chord riffs and then expand it to something that's a little different. And that's a good thing for you guys. All right, so
Yeah,
let's
sure.
talk about vocals, man. What's going on with that? So how
Oh
long have you been
yeah.
singing?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Best part of the band.
So I just think that's cool.
Yes.
uh similar
Awesome.
thing. I mean, I had a classical background. I like did my college studies studying opera, and I just never
Oh,
I always loved metal, but I just never saw myself doing it. I never
yeah,
considered it as a possibility. And then I was
So
right.
you saw our flyer?
yeah, I was in the music building at UF and I saw
Yeah,
a
at the
flyer.
University of
And I
Florida
was like,
Music
I
Department.
kept walking past it and I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? Let me see.
Yeah,
And I love it. I think there's a lot of similar like dramatics that are in opera that are adjacent to
oh,
metal. And I think,
absolutely.
I think
Yeah,
it's a really similar world. So
yeah,
it's meshed really well.
totally. And I think that really will help you really in singing. And definitely you got to have a lot of pipes, man, to sing
Yeah.
metal. And
Oh,
so,
yeah, but
in
if
opera.
anything, she's enhanced us as a band whenever
Is
it
that
came to
right?
like her opera contributions have like legitimately challenged us in ways that like we didn't realize until she started
That's
singing
good.
with us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's great though, that because it sounds to me, man, I love a band like yours because you came together and you have all these different influences and you're learning
Yeah.
how to work that out for each other and it complements each other. And then you get to what you guys are doing now. It's just
That's
incredible.
exactly it.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it, man. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Like, and that's been kind of the process while recording as well, right? Because
Yeah.
like we've been playing a lot of these songs for, to Andy's point, like almost 8 years at this point. But Sangha and your influence, your inspiration, what you've brought, like you've found some hidden gems within the songs, and through your recordings, you kind of like brought them out, and we're like, oh
Elevates it.
shit, we didn't even know that
It's
was there.
elevated it and it's brought
So-
new life
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the songs that we've been
Yeah.
playing for quite a long time. And it
Right.
feels like a completely new song
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
we're now recording it with our new vocalist, you know, in the way that.
Yep.
Well, it's also
Really
like it's nice that
realize.
you guys have been like flexible too.
Oh
and not
man, yeah.
completely, because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, whenever they write something, they want it to be that way for always and forever, and they've been really
Yeah.
flexible with shifting things around and with
Yeah.
just being open-minded with, you know, the way that
Yeah.
I want to do things and experimenting. So that's
Yeah,
been
that's
really great too.
that's what I was going to ask you actually, because who comes up with the majority of the lyrics and things like that in the writing? Because you're saying that you're singing some of the other their
So
songs.
yeah, so actually, I would say that our previous vocalist was the one that was the primary lyricist
Mhm.
Yeah.
of the band,
Right.
and man, to give him full credit, like a lot of the songs, like most of the songs, I think it's at least 5 or 6 of our songs that we're recording on this album are primarily the lyrics of our original singer, Caleb.
Right.
And
Right.
man, he is such a talented, amazing lyricist and vocal melody writer. So
At the same time, the second single that we released, "Ascending Icarus," like
Yeah.
this guy wrote all the lyrics for that one.
I
too,
did
so-
I did have some
Ah.
contributions. Yes,
Don't sell yourself short, man.
I'll give myself some credit on
Yeah, give yourself some
a
credits,
couple
man.
of songs on this album, but yes, our previous singer has contributed so much to, you know, exactly what you're going to hear on this album
Yeah.
when, you know,
Yeah.
whenever
And
it's
musically,
ready.
it's sort of like a big melting pot. Like, you know, I
Yes,
wrote some songs,
exactly
you wrote
that.
some songs, you wrote
Yeah.
like entire songs. You know, we obviously contribute like melodies and practice, and all of a sudden we're going in this other direction, and it's
But-
sort of just a amalgamation of what everybody
Yeah.
brings to the table.
Exactly, whenever it comes to us like converting into this new style or like this change that we were very excited to explore, like what Sanga contributes to us as a sound, as a band, has been just, in my personal opinion, one of the best versions of our songs that
Yeah.
I've wanted to hear.
Right.
So what she brings to the table is this new just
Vigor.
vigor and epicness to the
And
songs that we've had for quite a long time now, for a few
That's really
few
neat,
years
man.
now.
You know, that she's been able to come in, because it's really hard to do that, you know, to come in on somebody else's material, and then with people that are used to playing it a certain way,
Yeah.
it's really hard to change now the you know, kind of the flavor of that song. But it sounds to me like she's came in and did a
It-
good job, and you
It
guys are
felt so
flexible.
natural. It really has felt
Yeah.
very natural for us as a band to just
Yeah.
shift gears and just like modulate
Do
to
it.
this new space that just feels great. Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I know. I remember, like, I got that sense just during the initial tryout.
Yeah.
Like the first time we
Yeah.
had you in the room, we were singing one of our songs, "Fallout," that you guys
Uh-huh.
will see in the album.
Nice.
The way you belted that out was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is gonna be fun.
It just worked.
We're also
Yeah.
we're also talking about this as if she hasn't been in the band for like 2.5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's the newest member, but like literally, like we've been able to gel and you know, produce new music, like new
Mhm.
sounding stuff and new music generally.
Yeah.
That has been just awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's great, man. You know, because keeping it fresh, keeping it moving forward, not only on
Exactly.
what you've done in the past and reworking those, but creating new things. That's what it's all about, man. You just got to keep pushing forward and forward, because that's the process, the way
Yeah.
that I see
Yeah.
it, man. You know,
Yeah.
let me ask you guys this. What are some of the challenges that you've been facing as a band, man? I mean, what are some of the things maybe that could make it better, or some of the struggles that you feel like you've had just generally in where you're trying to get to?
I mean, I feel like it was a little bit of an adjustment as a band with like them having worked previously with like all male bands. I think it's a
Yeah,
little bit of a different vibe, having
Yeah.
a
Sure.
female fronted band, and
Yeah.
just of navigating some of the social aspects of that, and people being weird at gigs, or you know what I mean. I think
Yeah.
that's been kind of a learning curve for them.
It
But that's
has
something
been.
that like
Right.
I deal with pretty like I'm kind of used to, but I think like being able to be supportive, and they've been really, really like wanting to support me and wanting to make me feel safe in spaces. And so that's
Right.
been a learning curve, but also one that they've been very willingly taking. So it's
Yeah.
been nice to
Well,
see.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're overcoming those challenges. And, you know, I've got a couple of bands that I've interviewed. You know, one lady that stands to mind is Sarah Halter from, I think she's from West Virginia. I interviewed last year, and she's just incredibly powerful like you are. And I think that's great, man. I think that ladies do something in the middle that guys just can't do. To be honest with you, man, they bring us something to it, you know, and that's exciting to see that. Definitely, you guys bring it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it has
Appreciate
been
that.
challenging to. It's definitely a different space than whenever it's an all male
Right.
band. So
Yeah.
I completely agree. It's been definitely a different atmosphere, you know.
Mhm.
But it's been a welcomed atmosphere for sure.
Well, I think it's going to let you guys stand out, honestly. It will let you stand out, man. It's a little different, you know, than the male dominated scene right now. But I think, you know, when you pull it off and it works, everybody's mind is just like, wow, man, that was amazing, you know. And so that's a
Yeah.
very good thing for you guys. And it sounds great. You're already doing it, man. You're already on it,
Yeah,
you know.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So okay, so what's next for the band? You've got some material coming out, and
Yep.
we're trying to get on social media and get really more well known and get on some radio, online radio and FM. Um, what are you guys doing right now moving forward? Do you have a PR company that you're working with? Have you
No,
thought about
no,
that?
we're completely self-supported right now. We're
Yeah,
completely independent right now. Like what we create is right behind the scenes with us as a band. We are self-promoted, self-produced.
yeah.
So yeah, we're basically you know, on our own time schedule, and we're producing as
Good
quickly
thing
as
and a bad
For
thing.
that,
yeah.
for better or worse. You know?
So we have two singles out right now. We have Symbiotic and Ascending Icarus, and we have a third
Yeah.
single coming out quite soon.
Death Awaits.
Right.
Death Awaits will be the next single that we're very much looking forward to releasing. It's one of my favorite songs, truly, out of the whole album. Whenever it's complete, like Death Awaits is going to be one of my favorite songs. But yeah, we are actively recording and looking forward to releasing an entire album's worth of music within the next couple months.
Wow, man, that is awesome. Well, you make sure that you keep old dude notified here at AMM about what's
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
going on, man, and we'll roll you guys out to all of our DJ friends out there. So
We appreciate that, man.
no worries, man. Well, you know, the whole scene has been so great. I've been blessed to be a part of it, man, and being in the whole thing and seeing all these great bands. I'm a very lucky guy to be able to do this, and I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate Bo and other stations for picking this up. So, tell me, is there anybody that you guys would like to shout out to out there in the audience? Anybody that's really been helpful to the band and really helped you get to where
Uh,
you're going?
I mean,
Personally,
Chelsea.
I would definitely love to shout out to our very good friend Chelsea Moore
Yep.
and our producer who's been helping with like getting us that dialed in sound that we want. His name is Jerry King, and he's
Yeah,
been absolutely amazing to us
that's
and
awesome.
everything that he's created.
Yeah, and to your earlier point, Caleb. Definitely want to
Caleb,
shout out to
yeah.
Caleb. The songs wouldn't be
Yeah.
here how they are without everything that he put into it. So
Yeah.
What's Caleb doing now? Is he in another project or?
yeah.
He's up in Chicago.
He's up in Chicago right now. I am not aware of any current bands that he is a part of, but I am very hopeful that he is a part of music because I know that he left on terms that were peaceful for us, but it was something that he needed a change of scenery
Yeah.
for his own life that
Yeah.
was going on, and
Yeah.
I definitely we support him and hope for the best for him in whatever musical endeavors that he's getting into up there in Chicago. So we
Well,
definitely
that's
hope
good.
for the best for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, making music is easy with friends. It's keeping the band together that is the hard part, man. It's like herding cats or something, man.
Sometimes.
I fail at it a
What
lot,
do you-
man. But
No, yeah.
well, you got to have good attitudes. It seems like you guys have all great attitudes, and
Yeah,
you're
man.
good people, and seem to work well with each other, and that is so important, man, for what you guys have to try to accomplish. I just noticed my camera is freaking out, man. Right, I got that fake
It's all
background.
good,
Did
brother.
you know
It's a
I
sweet
look like?
background, though.
No, that's some serious
You know,
video effects going on there.
yeah. Well, I was at my kid's house. And again, I apologize. So I'm like, well, let me grab my laptop and try to throw it together. But the wall behind me
You're
is
good,
white,
man.
right? And my beard is white. So it's making it. This is better, man. I'm gonna
Nah,
just
you look great. You look out of this world.
You look,
man.
better,
man, you
man.
look out of this world, man. Yeah,
Man,
you're out
I
of this
don't know,
world.
man. I am out of this world, man. But hey, listen, this has been the band Apex, and man, I'm just so excited about hearing what's going to happen next with you guys. keep us notified. We're going to do an article with you guys and do a little write up. So make sure you send more information. Where are some of the places that we can pick up your music right now? You got a Facebook page? What's going
Yes,
on?
we
Send me
do.
some links.
Please look us
Yep.
up on Spotify, Apex, Symbiotic, Ascending Icarus. Please look us up on Facebook, Apex Band Music, and Instagram, Apex Band
Yeah.
Music.
Excellent.
Check us out.
Beautiful. Make sure you send me those links and we'll list it in the Animax, which is a listing of bands that we're producing on the website. It's about to come out really
we'll
in the
do.
next few weeks, and we'll
Oh,
have
yeah,
you
brother.
guys
Will
listed.
do, man.
Yeah. So thanks again for joining me, man, on American
Thank you,
Metal
dude.
Magazine.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Dude, yeah, thank you so
It's been a
much for
pleasure.
having us. We appreciate
Totally,
it very
it
much.
was a pleasure, man, and it's great to hear from you guys. You know, put a face to the rock and roll that I've been listening to, man. You know.
Thanks, brother. Take care, man.
Sons of sand and fire from heaven raised the
You've been listening to yet another exclusive interview on American Metal Magazine's Top Bands. Check this out and others on AmericanMetalMagazine.com.